Buddy, we are live. Hey, and I'll say today I found out a good news, bad news thing. The good news, I am above average at everything. The bad news is that's mainly blood pressure and cholesterol.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Dobie Maxwell,
plus funny songs from
Lauren Mayer,
and a Patti Melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hey, everybody. Good to see everybody. I can see you. You know what? I'm going to bring you up all here, too. Good. Hey, I see. Hey, Romper, Stomper, Bomper. I see Alice and Bob and Kevin and Jeff and Ray and Eric. So, by the way, my wife didn't know that they did that in every town, had a different girl for that show. Did y'all know that, or did y'all think it was nationwide?
I think you've told us this before.
Yeah, we talked about this not too long ago, but so welcome everybody and my friends to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, and we have a super duper show tonight. A little surprise going to happen. First of all, the sage of comedy himself, the man all comics go to for wisdom and funny and the business of funny, Dobie Maxwell is here, everybody. Literally the sage of comedy.
Thank you.
Plus, our dearest little darling, heart of brilliant musical comedy genius, Lauren Mayer, who we always love, who was, by the way, I'll tell you this, who has the distinction as one of only 3 people in history I have sent a 1099 to. Isn't that great? Yes. And next year, I plan on sending her some money, too. So that's going to be great. So, yeah, I just wanted to write off a bunch of money. So anyway, okay, so we have a great show, but I did have a little time. I didn't have time to really, perfectly handcraft the jokes like I do most weeks. Okay. Would you believe? Some weeks. Would you believe? Hey, would you believe May 26, 2020? How about that? That week. No. Today, see, I had to do a man's work today on the house. I'm not like those, go by the book handyman. I like to winterize my house in March to coincide with Australian winter. That's what I like. Now, I don't want to talk over everybody's heads with a bunch of jargon only us true craftsmen understand, but I had to install some new foundation vents along the perimeter to insulate the crawl space. So I think Kevin knows what I'm talking about. The wife was pretty impressed with me, and I expected her to make a dinner befitting the level of work the He-Man Mr. Fix-It accomplished. So we had toast. Unbuttered, by the way. Okay, so here we go. Time for the jokes. And Dobie, since you are literally the sage of comedy, teaches millions about the business. Let's go. Tell me 1 to 10 on these jokes. And be nice. Go 8 to 10 only. Here we go. Okay. Joke number 1. Here we go. President Bush had a Bush. I think Bush is gone. Got more in my teeth. Let's start again. President Biden, I think I'm as old. President Biden had a cancerous lesion removed this week. He is well and recovering easily. When asked, Joe said, "Stop making a big deal. The meeting was over and Kevin McCarthy left."
Hey-o.
10.
10, thank you very much. Nice. We're starting good. Okay. Hey, Ford, the Ford Motor Company, has filed a series of patents for self-driving cars. Have you heard this? They have created the tech for your car or truck to repossess itself if you don't pay your car loan.
Oops.
The car or truck will repossess itself. This will forever change country music.
10.
Was the night my truck drove away. Woo. It had my dog in it. I'm stuck with my wife. Okay, so by the way, there are a lot of implications for a self-driving car that can repossess itself. Number one, if you have a warrant out for your arrest, the car just drives you to the police station.
When I tell you the next thing I'm going to tell you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to need that.
Is somebody going to tell me the next thing they're going to tell me?
I'm going to be unhappy about what?
This dude is
I got him. Start
Who
that
was that? Was there another show going on while I was going on? So.
Yeah, somebody has 2 channels at once.
I can't believe it. By the way, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the implications of having a self-driving car. Implication number 2 is people talking a lot. The car can drive them away from this show. Hey, by the way, the car also will have a sniffing portion. So if you're smelling pot, it'll turn right away. It'll change course. Number 2, not showing up for work. Don't get in the car because that's where it's going to work. Number 3, 4 words, Sunday dinner at mom's. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's get serious. 10. Oh, wow. You're grading a little too easy. I think that was the first part of that joke was a 12.
11.
Oh, shit. We have a new headline, everybody. Okay, this is it. The Republicans with 3 Ks held their yearly fascist fest known as CPAC in Washington, D.C. Were we all there?
No.
And the turnout was as grand as Trump's inauguration, meaning he paid people $1,000 to show up. There was no one there. So I guess after 900 or so January 6th convictions, and of course COVID ravaging most of the GOP, the silent inferiority. Boy, I just cannot talk English today.
Why?
You're doing great, little buddy.
Let's go back.
Okay.
This is as uncomfortable as part of Chris Rock's set. Okay, so y'all see that? You messed up. Okay, maybe those 2 people talking had the right idea. Okay, so after 900 or so January 6th convictions and COVID ravaging the mostly GOP silent inferiority, it's getting hard to fill a room with bigoted traitors. The list of the A-list speakers for the talk or for the CPAC, and the A standing for adjacent to Russia, they billowed and stormed to like literally less than a third capacity crowds.
Wow.
And they all roared back, "Hey, weren't there supposed to be appetizers?" Then to cap it all off, the orange man with extra large Depends, he came out and spoke. And did you know that his room was full, but they paid the audience? I saw the ad online, $12 to anyone who wanted to watch or would watch Trump's speech. And the critics said, especially one that sits close, that it smelled as bad as it sounded. Okay, so yeah, I could have worked on that one harder. This is my favorite joke. Janet doesn't like it. A new study reveals why women break up with men with small you-know-whats. He just wasn't that far into you.
You know what? You should listen to Janet.
That was my favorite one. Okay. Hey, the Department of Justice said an appeals court has ruled that the police harmed during the January 6th insurrection can sue Donald Trump for their pain and suffering. Yay. Woo. Lawyers for Trump said, "You think they suffered during the attack? Wait till they try and collect." They will not. An asteroid the size of 14 flamingos will skim past the Earth on Wednesday, says NASA. Did y'all hear that? It will be traveling at 13,910 miles per hour and be standing on one leg. Now, esoteric is my favorite.
I really like that.
I know that was in line with some others like that. My question though, does NASA have a group? Do they have a group that comes up with the animals to associate asteroids with? I mean, Do they go with animals that make us feel better or worse about our chances of surviving a direct hit? NASA today announced an asteroid the size of 46 marmosets and a pissed off donkey is hurtling towards the Earth. I mean, do we get to get a chart? A chart to check the anno groups that we have to worry about? Okay, take shelter, honey. The graph says 17 narwhals are going to hit Rhode Island. That's right. By the way, this is true. This is true. I don't know if you knew this. This is true. Recently, an asteroid the size of, this is true, an asteroid the size of a Pembroke Welsh Corgi that weighed the same as 4 baby elephants hit Texas. That is the exact, what NASA said exactly what size it was.
Wow.
It would have caused more damage, but Governor Abbott put it on a bus to Vermont. Hey, here's good. We've got a couple more to do. Matthew McConaughey and his wife were on a Lufthansa flight to Germany where turbulence caused the plane to drop 4,000 feet in a few seconds.
Ooh.
Scary. 7 people had to be taken to the hospital after an emergency landing in D.C., and the actor is said to be all right.
I didn't see that coming 4,000
That's a good one.
4,000 feet. 4,000 feet that had to be. Okay. Now, it's your dad. I always have to announce your dad.
Start again. Do the pee-pee one again.
You mean the one about the member?
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait till he gets in here.
Don't even bother.
I'm
No
kidding.
sarcasm.
Hey, Chris Rock. Did anybody see Chris Rock's special?
No.
I
I plan
thought
on watching
you
it tonight.
I thought yeah.
No, I was on a ship.
Oh, okay. So Chris Rock blasted Will and Jada Smith during his live Netflix special titled Selective Outrage. The reviews of the special are mixed. Fans say it was funny and brave to perform live. Detractors felt there was few jokes and humor, and it seemed more like complaining. I haven't seen it, but I do know Rock made more than $20 million for the shoot, which is why I would like to announce my new special, Please Shoot Me, Will Smith. And subtitle, I think Jada Pinkett Smith is a monster. Okay, so I think it's going to work. Okay, scientist. Hey, this is science. Scientists dissected a 3,500-year-old bear that was discovered in the Siberian permafrost. Wow, the carcass was totally complete. The ancient bear was totally complete. It also had regular, undamaged tissue. The bear was a female, and after the autopsy, the scientists said, another tragic loss to cocaine.
I knew it.
You knew it. I can't. Janet and I went and saw Cocaine Bear this Friday. Has anybody seen Cocaine Bear?
I haven't, but I must.
You must. My wife and I went to the theater and saw Cocaine Bear, and we really enjoyed the movie. By the way, the movie cost $35 million to make. Well, production was $7 million. The other $28 million was the cocaine. And last but least, a UK man was arrested after trying to seize 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs in a semi-truck in England. 200,000 Cadbury cream eggs. Police said it was really a mistake making pot legal.
That's Brad Tassell, everybody.
Yeah. I got to drink before these shows. By the way, Steve, I tell you, flying home first class, I was in first class, and I ordered a cranberry juice, and she goes, do you want Tivius in there? And I was like, I don't even know what, sure, is that like apple? So I drink it full of vodka. I sip it up. And I was like, I didn't want alcohol. She goes, you said you wanted, does anybody know what vodka starts with a T? I don't know.
Tito's?
Tito's. Is that what it is? Tito's? All right. So Elena's a drunk. I love it. So I didn't know what Tito's was. So.
She's drunk on a train.
She's drunk on a train. Solo on a train. All right, Steve.
All right.
What do we do now?
For Brad.
Nah.
Brad is listing animals. That was my favorite
I'm such
part.
a mumble mouth. What?
The listing of animals was my favorite part. Well done. And now you know what it's time for. It's time for this. Whoa. That was very weird. I've never seen it glitch quite like that before. Well, it's an interesting night, isn't it? It's just kind of the way it is these days. The exciting news from Tennessee. Last week, we had a big old power outage and internet loss because of high winds. Winds up to 79 miles an hour sustained at the airport. Wow.
It's impressive.
That, of course, leads us to our top 10 category. Top 10 fun things to do when the power and the internet go out in Tennessee.
This will be good.
Number 10. Sign up for cancer treatment in response to the windmill you've decided to build. Number 9. Eat all the Ben & Jerry's in the freezer because it's just going to go bad. By go bad, I mean melt. Number 8. Find the nearest Western Union office so you can post a mean telegram about a video you saw in 1985. Number 7. Make that 1885. These are the top 10 fun things to do when the power and the internet go out in Tennessee. Number 6. Safe in the knowledge that no one can upload anything at the moment, run around your neighborhood in drag.
It's the law.
Could not be more proud. Number 5. TP Marsha Blackburn's house, then burn all that TP and claim it was books. Speaking of books, number 4. Read a couple Harry Potter books by Wandlight in the wrong bathroom. Number 3. And immediately get lynched and burned as a witch. Let's see. Number 2. Not for doing magic, but for owning a book. And the number 1 fun thing to do when the power and the internet go out in Tennessee. Nothing special. It's just another Dark Ages day here in Tennessee.
And it ain't getting no better. By the way, did you see the guy in Tennessee say Beyonce and a lot of artists cannot do shows now in the stadiums after this law because, not even women can't dress as men, kids can't. I mean,
it's just idiotic.
Yes.
Man. Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy. Halloween. Yep. Yay. Kentucky's right behind you. Yay.
We're just trying to keep up with you guys. Hey, I think it's time for our musical guest. Now,
can you find her?
She's around here somewhere.
I got her.
There she is. Bring her on in. Hey,
it's Lauren Merrick.
As always, 50% too classy for this show.
Yes.
Hey, Brad's got a tie on. I have to put sequins on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do the thing, and we'll do the video intro. Then you do a song. Then I got to reply to it with a song. And then if you want to reply to my song with a song, you get to do that. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest.
Dazzled Lauren Mayer.
Woo! Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a while, and I've been busy since then. And I haven't seen you guys since November, so I have a new album out.
Yay!
It's all about being a Jewish mother. So if there are any members of the tribe, that means Jews. Are there any Jews watching?
I'm converting.
Well, the next best thing is Italian. So my husband, we call him Jewish adjacent because he's Italian. But when we got together, his mother reminded him that in her neighborhood in Queens, when she grew up, there were lots of Jews and Italians. She called the neighborhood very matza pizza. And I thought, I have always found Italian people fascinating. That includes 2 husbands, plus some friends and lots of dating. It's like we were connected, barely differing by a smidgen. That is, if you ignore a little detail like religion. Something in our culture seems to be oddly connected that might go deeper than you had expected. Matza pizza, Italians and Jews. Matza pizza, so easy to confuse. Both loquacious and gracious, everybody eats. Let's connect the dots with matza pizza. La 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 la. There are lots of similarities that most of you have seen, like talking loudly with our hands and a signature cuisine. Our moms are strong and some can overdo it now and then. We have a lot of facial hair, and that's not only men. But it's not just coincidence, we share the same aesthetic. The similarity might be genetic. Matzah, pizza, Italians and Jews. Matzah, pizza, both love to schmooze and share a zeal for mealtime savories and sweets. Get out the pans and pots with matzah pizza. Now here's the history lesson in my song. You see, long ago there were a lot of Jews in Italy, till anti-Jewish laws were strongly asserted. And out of the country many Jews were herded, but lots were also forcibly converted. Now some Italians are learning of their Jewish ancestry thanks to companies like 23andMe. Hi, matzah pizza, mix your favorite dishes. Matzah pizza really exists and it's delicious. Spread sauce and cheese and bake these tasty treats. Nothing else beats a matzah pizza. Everybody, matzah pizza, Italians and Jews. Matzah pizza, so easy to confuse. Loquacious and gracious, everybody eats. Resemblances there are lots with matzah pizza. Matzah pizza, matzah pizza. Jews and Italians are connected at the heart. Matzah pizza, matzah pizza. No wonder it's so hard to tell us apart. Hey!
Hey!
So proud to be of the tribe on a night like this.
Yes!
That's my son-in-law.
It is not every show. This is a very special thing where the song that I'm going to answer with is exactly the same song, but a different song. Instead of being Jews and Italians, this will be Jewish, Irish, because it is St. Patrick's Day coming up, which is, of course, my favorite Jewish holiday. So, as we do this song, you're supposed to jig at certain moments when I say jig. You can chair jig. Just put your left foot out this way and the right foot out. If you'd wind up doing the hokey pokey, it's fine with me. I don't really care. That is what it's all about. So here we go. When I was just a little lad, me mother asked of me, what do you want, my darling boy? What do you want to be? A doctor, a lawyer, some kind of PhD. But I said, sorry, mama, mine is a fakakta destiny. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish. I want to get lucky in a pub by the sea. I'll be an O'Brien, O'Grady, O'Veasmere. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Now we jig! Look at Lauren getting yiddy with it. So I sailed away to Ireland and broke me mother's heart. There I shed me former self and made a brand new start. Me friends all call me Seamus, sweet Molly calls me dear. And as we walked on down the aisle, I heard her whisper in me ear, I want to be Jewish, Jewish, Jewish. What? I want to read Talmud on Christmas Eve. No, 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 no. I want to eat lotzah, matzah, and whitefish. I want to be Jewish, Jewish, Jewish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Take it, Brad!
A diddly-diddly-doodly-doddly-dee.
So we flew back to America where Mama welcomed us. She hugged my darling Molly saying, you'll convoit, I trust. Molly said, yes, Mama, I already did. Mama said, my dear, that's wonderful, but what about the kids? They're gonna be Jewish and Irish and Jewish, Manischewitz and Guinness equally, with names like Abraham, O'Flanahan, McGee, Berg. They're gonna be Jewish, Irish, Jewish, Irish, Irish, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, just as Jewish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee.
Yay! Diddly-doodly-doddly-dee.
And now
I bought that hat in Ireland.
Song from the fabulous
All right.
Nathan Mayer.
Woohoo! Well, so my song is about Jews and Italians. Steve's is about Jews and Irish. So I'm going to do a song about Jews and liars. So,
Fair enough.
so
Jews and men.
And there will be a quiz at the end to see if you know who this song is about, because I realized I never mentioned the person's name.
It's Bob. I'm telling you, it's Bob.
Leonard Soros. Santos, I mean.
George Santos.
Yeah, but Jewish. That was the joke.
Sorry. Oh.
Congressman who got elected from Long Island. Now we're learning how he's lied about his whole life, about his schools, jobs, grandparents he claimed were Holocaust survivors, claimed he's proudly gay, but forgot to mention his wife. Tons of things he's claimed about himself are for the birds. He dismisses outright lies as a poor choice of words. Oi, Dick. Oi, or whatever. Now that he's been called out and his back's against the wall, his latest excuse is the most ludicrous of all. As accusations spray him like a siphon, he says he just forgot the hyphen. Jewish does not mean Jewish. What garbage, what chutzpah, what trafe. After reports keep on busting him, the liar says trust in him. He can't claim he's Jewish and also Catholic. Plus, we've heard him say he's a Jew. There's so much else we deserve to know, like where did he get his dough? Nothing he says is true. To claim he lost employees in a shooting's not just silly, it's offensive as can be. He's the political equivalent of Milli Vanilli, so perfect for the GOP. This schmucks, this putz, this gonif is flakier than a Kanish. His party from him won't quarantine unless he were a drag queen. And he's not Jewish. Just ish.
Hey, Lauren.
Yeah. Thank you. And my new album is out. Can I give it a little plug?
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An album called Don't Mind Me, I'll Just Sit Here in the Dark. Do we have time for me to tell this is all Jewish mother stuff, there's a Jewish father joke?
We have all night.
All right. Jewish father joke. Kid comes home from school, tells his mother, I got a part in the school play. And she says, what are you playing? And he says, I'm playing the Jewish father. And she says, you march right back to that teacher and tell her you want a speaking role. Carol might too. Thank you.
Get the album.
Where can we find you performing live, either online or on a stage, Lauren?
I'm going to be actually debuting a one-woman show based on the album at the Marsh in San Francisco, April 4th.
Wow.
And before that, I'm just working a bunch and doing my weekly songs. Every Friday, I drop a new song. My last week's song was called Don't Be a Dilbert. On my YouTube channel, Psycho Supermom. And then I'll be in San Francisco starting in April. And then if anybody needs an opening act, I'll come open for you.
And do you live near San Francisco?
I live outside of San Francisco.
I'm going to call you because I'm going to be in your neighborhood on April 13th. We're going to talk.
Are you going to be in my neighborhood? Yes, come say hi. I'll come. Are you performing here?
Wow.
That's what I'm going to talk to you about. Anyway,
Lauren
Mayer, everybody.
Lauren Mayer.
Hey, Lauren.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
It was.
Hey,
Now,
speaking of fun,
yes.
let's see if we can find fun.
Okay.
There he is. Here's fun.
Is it fun? Is it really fun?
There's fun. It's Dobie.
Oh my God, that's fun.
Hey, it's fun. Couldn't make it. I'm substituting for fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
Funny.
That's fine. All right, here we do. We're going to do the little video intro, and then you give us 10 minutes of awesome. Here it comes.
It's time for a big headliner.
No, remember this and then the other one.
Jokes to say. Oh, 10 minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Dobie Maxwell.
Thank you for having me. Test 1 2, test 1 2, coming to you virtually. My name is Dobie Maxwell. You guys were mocking my hat. I wore it for a reason. Normally, I'm not a prop comic, but I am from Wisconsin. Anybody that knows me knows that that's where I am from. And the Green Bay Packers are near and dear to my heart. My grandpa started taking me to Green Bay Packer games when I was about 8 years old, and I have loved them my entire life. Now, the situation comes up with one Aaron Rodgers. I think if you are a sports fan, if you are or you aren't, you realize he is a diva. Maybe you love him, maybe you loathe him. It doesn't make any difference. But what I think for this purposes of this show, the comedy part is, do you have any idea what Aaron Rodgers' salary is scheduled to be for 2023? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. To the dollar, $59,465,013.42. Believe it or not. Now, the thing is, he went into a 4-day silence retreat to think over whether he wants to play in 2023. Now, how many comedians are watching the show and are on this show that have been in a comedy condo silent basement with the lights off and contemplating if they want to do their $500 middle act for a John Yoder gig in the middle of Michigan? So I figured this out. And the NFL season is now, if you're not a sports fan, it is now 17 games up from 16, and they get paid in 18-week increments. 18 weeks because they have a week off, as if they need a week off, but they do. So $59,465,000 divided by 18 comes out to a weekly stipend. He gets a check, Aaron Rodgers will, if he plays, he's thinking it over. He will get a check for $3,303,611.11. That's not once. That is every week for 18 straight weeks throughout the season. Now, so statistics for 2022. Aaron Rodgers threw 542 passes, of which he completed 350. Okay. He averaged 32 passes per game, which of that salary that I just said, per pass, Aaron Rodgers will be paid on average for the coming season $103,000, or $103,237.84 per pass. Doesn't have to be a completed pass. So I hope that all makes our financial self-esteem really, really high. I'm just hoping to drive a car built in the same decade that I'm living in. I'm still driving a 98 Toyota. We didn't get into the 21st century. So I think it brings it back into a little bit. Life is hard, after the pandemic. We're trying to make $1 out of 59 cents. And I've just been observing as I go around. I have one more state to get to. In my comedic travels, I've been to 49 states and all across Canada. And the only state I have not been to is Alaska. Now, I would like to go there, but I'm thinking, boy, I've always heard that to drive to Alaska would be, you could go up the Trans-America Highway. Now, I have had cars my entire life. Most comedians have to, that don't have credit ratings, which is most of us, have to improvise on their car situation. Normal people, quote unquote, drive about 30 to 45 minutes to work an 8 to 10 hour shift average at a job, okay, a typical job. Comedians, we drive on average 8 to 10 hours to work a 30 to 45 minute shift. So it's completely different. We're in the car with a 72-ounce mattress wetter Dr. Pepper in one hand and a greasy cheeseburger in the other, heading our way north. So I'd like to go to Canada. And it's just amazing to me how people speak differently everywhere you go. I go to different states. Now, where I grew up, I say soda. I grew up in Milwaukee. Chicago is 90 miles away. If anyone's been there, they say pop. Now, as you watch the show, do you say pop or do you say soda? Brad, you grew up in Indiana. What do you say?
Pop.
Pop. Steve, you grew up where? Steve? Chicago? So you say pop. Jeff Shaw, Cleveland, Ohio. What do you say?
Pop.
Pop. I say soda. That's pop. You know, they say I was in the South. We call it in Georgia, Coke. Everything is Coke. You want a Coke? Yeah. What kind? Sprite. No wonder you lost the Civil War. Pass me a gun. What kind? Bow and arrow. Right to the head. It's over. Sherman marches through Atlanta. 1-0. We also have things. Now, there's some places call it an ATM. Now, it was invented in Wisconsin. I try to be informative when I entertain people. If I can't be funny, I'm going to teach you something. And it's called an ATM. It's called a time machine in Wisconsin. Did you know that? Michigan is called a cash station. Pennsylvania is called a MAC, M-A-C, Money Access Center. California, it's called a Genie, Magic Genie, J-E-A-N-I-E, spits money out of a bottle. In Wisconsin, where it was invented in the 70s, called a time machine. I had no idea when I moved 90 miles south to Chicago that everybody did not call it that. So imagine my chagrin and dismay down by Water Tower Plaza, downtown Chicago, walk up to some stranger and said, "Hey, can you tell me where I could find the nearest time machine around here, please?" Say, "Did you try the mothership that dropped your butt off? Why don't you go back to where you came from?" Here's another one, okay? Thank you. It's okay. Judging by the stunned looks of silence on your face, I don't think I'm going to finish that bit. I'm going to pop the clutch and move on.
No, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. Where I'm from, a bubbler means something. If this goes in the tank, it is Steve's fault. Egging me on. A bubbler is a drinking fountain in Wisconsin. Did you happen to know that? Most people do not.
Oh.
There are two places in the United States: Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and in the East Coast, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and the New England states, where a bubbler is a drinking fountain. Okay. Everywhere else in the continental United States and Canada, a bubbler is a bong. Did you know that? For you Lutherans that are watching the show, waiting for the 700 Club to come on, a bong is an apparatus used to smoke marijuana. I had no idea. I'm a cheesehead from Wisconsin. I walk up to a total stranger, the same guy, said, "Hey, can you tell me where I can find the nearest bubbler around here?" He said, "Dude, I got one in my car." You got a bubbler in your car? What are you, a plumber's assistant? Been smoking a bubbler. All right, thank you. I should have trusted my instincts, but that's totally okay. Good thing I'm a finalist in the $10 million Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. $10 million. Aaron Rodgers is getting $59 million for one football season. $10 million, that would do it for me, man. Oh, God. It's like, I am broke as the 10 Commandments. I got a stack of mail on my dresser about that thick that I'm afraid to open. You know, the stack I'm talking about. It's like, this is not a bill. What a comforting thought that is. So I open it. That was the envelope, stupid. This. Thank you. Final notice. Good. Stop sending me those, will you please? And every final notice. Final notice. Another one. Okay. Sneeze, wipe, flick. I'm getting that money, $10 million, and I'm going to be creative what I do with that $10 million. You ever think about it? I focus on it. Comedians have more free time than any other profession that I can think of. So 23 hours a day, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? First thing I came up with when I get to $10 million, I am going to take an Uber on vacation. Wouldn't that be fun? Just hop in the back, 2 pack bags. Where to, buddy? About Six Flags, Guatemala. How about that? Take a left turn at St. Louis and keep heading this bad boy south. I want to see pine trees and coconuts. That's what I do. I'm going to go out to eat at the airport on purpose. That's the kind of money I'm going to have. How much for that hot dog? $37.50. Buy one for everybody in here. I will get breast implants. I will. Not for me, for the steering wheel on my car. That'd be wonderful in Russia. Move, you stupid son. Get in there, trucker bub. One thing I will never do, I will never again shop at a yard sale. One thing, I've traveled around the country. Wisconsin are known to having the cheapest people on the face of the earth. Next to Utah and Wisconsin. People from Wisconsin, we take a $1 bill out of our wallet. George Washington blinks from the light. That's how cheap we are. He has been in there for a while. And a yard sale, we all think we go, and it's like nobody ever buys it. Has anyone ever bought anything at a yard sale? But we think we go there with a quarter in our pocket, assuming we're going to find the original copy of the Declaration of Independence or the Ark of the Covenant for a quarter, and go on Pawn Stars and sell it for $8 million because Chumley's drunk and he's got the checkbook. Turns out he was drunk and he had the checkbook. The only thing worse than shopping at a yard sale is having one yourself. It sounds great in theory. So does communism. It's like, how about I'm going to make $100,000? How about if I put all the stuff that I don't want out of my house and stick it in my front yard at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning? That'll attract every inbred hillbilly, cousin humper, chain wallet piece of low-life wrestling fan. And I mean that in a friendly and a customer service kind of a way. Woodwork squeaks and out come the freaks. Hey, a catheter with a Packer logo. How much you want for that? Take it with you, home slice. It is my gift to you. And I got to celebrate something. My birthday's coming up March 14th. My grandmother in Milwaukee is going to turn 96 on St. Patty's Day. Wow. March 17th. Wow. And that's all. Thank you. She can't hear you, but thank you for clapping. And that's just over. She's part of the greatest generation. I love my grandma. And she had an American eagle tattooed on her left breast for World War II. It's a pelican now, perched on a bowling pin. She could decorate her own cake with it. She said, whatever you do, don't make fun of people's church when you go on that computer machine. That's what she calls it, the computer machine, to do that little show. You ever notice that people always say, oh, it's a little show? So whatever you do, don't talk about people's church. We got comedians who go out and the role people ask us to go to church with them. It's like, all right, I was at Catholic church, Catholic mass about 3 weeks ago. I am not Catholic. Anyone else Catholic? No. They never clap. They got both hands on their cocktail. Right there. Comedy communion going on right there. They make you do stuff. You can't nod off to sleep. You've been partying. They got sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand, kneel, stretch to the left, stretch to the right. And they got to do the sign of peace. You're shaking hands with people you don't even know, wishing them peace. And 5 minutes later, you're in the parking lot, flipping them off for not driving fast enough so you can get home and see the ball game. I think I have fulfilled my contractual obligation. That is all the planned material I had. Is Brad's like, get this guy off my show. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Brad. For everybody. I'm just here to see Jeff Shaw. I'm enjoying the show. You guys
Jeff Shaw is not here.
He's not here.
He's my favorite comedian next to Brad and Steve.
He's not here.
And Lauren was good too. Lauren was so good, I circumcised myself with a pizza cutter during her set.
That was that noise I heard.
That was the best joke of all right there.
Cherry on the Sunday.
Well,
what are
now
you
we
doing
know
with your
how
life
Domino's
these days?
makes their crazy bread.
That's why you make the big money, Mr. Shaw. Fun dude.
Jeff,
I'm trying to make $1 out of 59 cents. I got my other kidney up on eBay. If anybody can make a couple of bids, I'd like to see it get $100 before midnight.
Yeah,
Make
maybe
those
you're
things move, especially if they're full.
They are full. Yes, they call me Jingle.
So are you out doing anything, Dope? What are you doing?
You know what? It's one of those things. I think we all need to take a break in comedy, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm just doing other things. I was doing a diabetic podcast. That was fun and getting paid, and it was really good. And then the company is going through so I haven't been paid in 2 months. So now I'm out like anybody else, trying to make $1 out of 59 cents.
And just like everybody else.
But comedians, we're cockroaches. We survive.
I wish I could take a break. So
not doing comedy, then doing comedy.
Yeah. All right, Dobie Maxwell, but come on, keep it going.
Thank you, guys. You're beautiful.
And now let's bring up Patti.
All right, this
I've got her right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Patti Vasquez.
Let's see if this will work. I think this will work.
Do it.
I'm not positive, but I think.
How about another dumb song?
No, wrong one.
Wrong damn thing. Hold on.
Try again.
Son of a crap. All right, let's do it this way. I got an idea. Let's see if I can get this right. It's time for a Jeff Melt with Jeff Shaw from something. Okay, I'm done. It's Jeff Shaw.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jeff. Hey there. It's great to be back. I'm single now, so I hope everybody had a crappy Valentine's Day. That's right. I'm single, so if there are any middle-aged women out there who hate themselves, daddy's looking for a sugar mama. And thing is, my girlfriend and I didn't break up. She ghosted me. She didn't break up with me. She didn't dump me. She just disappeared like she was a waitress at Denny's, and I asked for a refill on my coffee. She didn't call. She didn't text. She just turned her back on me like she was the Academy of Motion Pictures and I was Will Smith. Ain't that a slap to the face? I saw it coming. My relationship was doomed from the beginning because my girlfriend didn't get my sense of humor. I don't know if it was because she was Croatian or because she was female, but she didn't think I was funny. One night I referred to God as a he, and she said, "How do you know God isn't a woman?" And I said, "Because God forgives us for our sins." Oh, God. No offense, ladies, but if God were a woman, for every one sin she forgave, she remind us of 3 more we forgot about. Ironically, my girlfriend proved my point for never forgiving me for that joke. Now, don't get me wrong, a female God would be a loving God, just not a forgiving God. Jesus would have found that out right away. Forgive them, mother, for they know not what they do. Oh, like hell they don't. You're supposed to know me damn well what they're doing. That's why I said me damn well. So you just hush, baby, let mama take care of this. That's right. In my mind, a female god would be a black female god. Because only a black female god would flood the earth when she got angry. A white female god would just ask to speak with Earth's manager. Forgive them, mother, for they know not what they do. Oh, really? Well, who's in charge down there, sweetheart? You tell them that you have your mother in line and she wants to talk to them right away.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Sounds like
Nobody puts baby Jesus in a corner. A manger maybe, but not a corner. Oh, by the way, if God were a woman, she never would have sent her only begotten son to earth in the first place. But mother, who will die for the sins of mankind? I'll send your Uncle Frank. He needs a job and I need him out of my hair. But if God were a woman, the book of Genesis would read a little bit differently. And on the first day, God created light. And she said, Kathy, what do you think? Is it too light in here? Go stand over there. And Moses never would have wandered the desert for 40 years either, because every 5 minutes a burning bush would have appeared. Moses, where are you? Stop being so me damn proud and ask for directions. And you still have those 10 commandments I gave you? Well, grab a pen and turn them over because I have a few more. Number 11, thou shalt not use your wife's good hand towels in the bathroom. Those are for company. Number 12, thou shalt check your pockets before putting your dirty clothes in the hamper. And finally, number 13, thou shalt not ask thy wife what she wants for her birthday, because if thou really loved her, thou would already know what she wants. I also think that if God were a woman, the Garden of Eden story would have ended a little differently. First of all, Adam and Eve wouldn't have been naked, because that would have robbed God of the opportunity to point at Eve and go, look what she's wearing. I also don't think that a female god would have gotten mad at Eve for eating the apple. Instead, I think she would have said, girlfriend, let me show you how to turn that into a Waldorf salad. And while I'm at it, most paintings of the Garden of Eden, most like, pictures or drawings, whatever, depict Adam and Eve wearing leaves as clothes. Adam has one leaf here, Eve has one leaf here and two leaves here. And these depictions don't sit right with me, because no woman is going to walk around the Garden of Eden in only 3 leaves when there are thousands of leaves lying around just waiting to be turned into cute and affordable outfits. Eve would have had at least 10 full leaf outfits with hundreds of leaf accessories and dozens of leaf shoes and a never-ending variety of leaf colors. Adam would be like, how many outfits do you need, woman? We're the only ones here.
Don't ask.
And Eve would be like, leave me alone, stupid. And then God would have heard Eve's pun and cast her and Adam out of paradise, because although it doesn't mention it in the Bible, God is a comedy snob. But how do I really know that God isn't a woman? Because if God were a woman, she would have kept nagging me until I was divinely inspired to write a much stronger ending to this bit. Am I done? Am I done, or do I still have time?
Oh, okay, no.
You can go. You want?
Who's ever timed anything on this show?
All right, because I got more stuff.
Everybody's so worried about time. Keep going.
Oh, I didn't realize that it didn't matter when you moved to Mondays.
Doesn't matter Monday.
Okay. But, okay.
Whoops. Wait, what happened to you?
I got rid of you, then you tried to get rid of you, and then you got rid of Jeff.
Well.
Oh, hi, I'm back.
Yes.
It's a real honor to be filling in for Patti tonight because she's awesome, and I love her act. I love her sense of humor, and I think that she got my voice. I'd like to go drinking in Chicago with Patti just to mess with the bartenders. You know, they'd be like, "So, miss, what do you want?" She'd be like, "I want a whiskey on the rocks," and they'd be like, "Sir, what would you like? Do you have any strawberry lemonade?" Sir, you have a choice. You can leave right now or put on a cargo hat and dance on the bar. I have a very high voice for a man, and those of you who think it's a negative have never heard me sing Let It Go at karaoke. Now, I don't know if you know this, but men can have high voices due to a variety of factors, such as genetics, hormonal changes, and physical differences in their throat and vocal cords, or in my case, from inhaling a helium balloon at a carnival before a gypsy put a spell on me. And yet none of these factors have any bearing on a man's personality. Look at me. I sound like a little girl, yet I behave like Samantha from Sex and the City. Who, by the way, also has a deeper voice than me, that slut. Now, some men are naturally born with high-pitched voices, while others develop a high-pitched voice due to medical conditions or hormonal imbalances. I was born with this voice. My first words weren't mama or dada. They were, "That tickles. Oh, boy." But mostly, the pitch of a person's voice is determined by the size and tension of their vocal cords and the shape of their vocal tract. Mine is shaped like a vagina. Talk about a voice box.
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
I'm almost done.
That was exactly what Patti
Maybe I was wrong. Go ahead.
All right. Hormonal imbalances can also play a role in a man's voice pitch. For example, if a man has a low level of testosterone, it can cause his vocal cords to shrink, resulting in a higher pitched voice. I asked my doctor to test my testosterone. Turns out I have Toblerone. That's why I sound like one of the blonde chicks from ABBA. Instead of testosterone, I have Toblerone, Fernando. All right, that's
help
enough.
us, Steve.
That was fantastic.
Steve, come in.
I'm here.
Jeff Shaw, everybody. Filling in for Patti Vasquez.
That's fantastic.
Good job, Jeff.
That was fantastic.
Where can we see you playing live, Jeff?
All you got to do is get a ticket for the Carnival Legend this weekend.
Yeah. Have you had any? They've been moving people around. Have they moved you around? Have they told you?
I lost a gig today, but I had no days off for that month, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah, I was going to say you're booking about 28 days a month anyway, so that's good.
So that wasn't just me. They were doing that to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think, well, because they're restructuring all the ships, I think. I haven't lost any, but they haven't booked me in any either, so that doesn't make any sense. So, all right. Well, Jeff, everybody, let's hear it for him. And by the way, Jeff, the only person mad that you might have gone long is Carla Ulbrich, who's here. So,
oh, I didn't know she was here.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
She's just somebody in the audience. All right, get rid of Jeff. I would do that.
You do that. And now, since everything's different, since Jeff is Patti and everything's weird, we're going to do this.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
And since everything's different, instead of doing a song, I'm going to read a limerick that Sideways Eric posted on Facebook about 4 hours ago. It's a new segment that I'm calling Sideways Eric's Limerick of the Week. It goes like this. There once was a man, an old ager, who, as a result of a wager, consented to fart the complete oboe part of Mozart's quartet in F major. Thank you.
Yay!
That's pretty good. That's clever.
And now
It's
time for Brad to beg for money. So here comes that.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
let's just be clear. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, because as we've learned, Dobie is on the brink of homelessness. So everybody, so he's got a lot of bills sitting there. A lot of bills, everybody. So send us virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we can get everybody a little money. And now we have Jeff. We need to give money to, something like that. And also Lauren is going to need money to give Steve money for a hotel when he gets out there.
Right. And we got to do the usual paying Patti not to perform.
Yes, we have to. Yeah, we've had to finally pay Patti to not. Yeah, she said she wouldn't come unless we gave her more money. So we have to give her more money for not coming. So it'll be great. So please,
like Megyn Kelly, you had to pay her to get off.
Yeah,
that's right. So, and that was Lauren Merritt, everybody. And so go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we can all rest a lot happier. Okay, let's do it. Finish up.
Okay, worst joke of the week.
Yep.
Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Hey, by the way, the worst joke this week makes no sense. Here we go.
Okay.
Cocaine Bear. I do a lot of cocaine. Cocaine Bear director and Hunger Games actress Elizabeth Banks told People magazine, "Getting older is a privilege." Easy for you to say, said my prostate.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like the fact that Brad and Steve are both Scorpios. That's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoy the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
That's it.